How do I? Oh god, it's probably from like screaming earlier.
Wait a second. What the heck?
This is my second ever podcast, so just shows how
Bada bang,
well
bada
I'm
boom.
doing.
Alright, so who are the actual hosts? Because as far as bro,
We
oh
do.
my god. Oh,
Funny. Don't.
Groovy really vibing over there with that lo-fi. It is 3:01, boys. Let's get this on, right? Alright, well, you know what? Fuck your time zone. Alright, are we starting? Oh my god. Just let me know when we're starting here.
I'm muted
It's 2 minutes
because
late now.
a lot of chatter happening.
Anytime. So we going? Are we? Oh, I'm starting it. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the 7th edition of the Duck Squad podcast. We like to call it the Duck Cast here, funny little thing. So, this is a pretty big podcast actually because within the next, I'd say, week or two, we're going to be hitting the 30K member milestone, and that is a huge deal here. I remember joining when we were around the 1,000 mark or a little over. Funny story about how I joined actually. I met Alex, the owner, on a Minecraft server, right? It was the official Discord server. They had a Minecraft server. I was on that server and I teamed up with him and he got banned 3 days later for X-Rang. And he invited me to the server and that's how I'm here now. Anyways. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm still on that server, but if I am, they probably hate me. I remember making a rather large phallic symbol out of dirt blocks in the spawn, but I don't know if it's still there. I'd imagine not. Anyways, couple things to go over before we start on our first parts, right? So first thing we want to talk about, let's talk about, well, we already talked about the member milestone. Let's talk about I forget what they're called. Who's supposed to go over the trial mods? Trial mods, I think that's what it is. We're going over trial mods. All right, who's the trials? I didn't look. I'm guilty of not preparing properly. Where can we find the trials? Well, damn, all right.
The trials are in Grant, Lesachimo, and Sammy.
Oh, what?
Yes. Very sorry.
Damn, is that cultural appropriation I'm hearing? That's not cool, man. Oh, damn.
And then...
All right, so we'll get back to that later when we manage to find it somewhere. Alex, if you could, help us out here.
I just
All
told
right.
you it was.
GB, congrats.
You guys are...
Yeah, congratulations, guys. Good job. All right. I actually became a trial mod once, but I think I actually got taken away for telling someone off and not being active enough. Yeah, back in my day. All right, first thing, we're going to talk about the event that happened. So, last night we had game night, lots of fun. I wasn't actually there, I'm just assuming here. So, who are we interviewing for game night? Well, this is well, I'm assuming there were plenty of games played and very Alexander. Who's Alexander? What an original name. Oh, okay. Congratulations, writer. All right. What do they win? So that's what actually
Champion
matters.
role. Game Night winner won the champion. Winner won the champion role.
No nitro. Damn.
And they won all 3 games of Mafia.
Oh. Bro,
And
is that luck or is that skill?
skill. They're a professional town assailant player. And Alex got murdered in almost every round first because the community decided to lynch him. And I ended up being the godfather, so good job on the community.
You know, I had a Chromebook when I was little before I got like a real computer. It was like the 2013 white Chromebook that you got when you were going to 4th grade and you had to have some computer for your fancy little school class. And my brother would steal my computer into his room to play Town of Salem when I was at school. So I know that game could be great. All right. What else we got to talk about? Let's talk about Pride. Big deal on this server. If you've been on this server for any amount of time, I'm saying any amount, you will know how important Pride is to us. Very accepting here. If you've got any friends, by the way, who are looking for a nice community to come and enjoy with, who's very accepting of them, go ahead, send them an invite, help us get closer to that 30K. You know, I'm hyped. Anyways, let's get some interviews going. All right. So, who do we have for this interview now? Oh yeah, we're interviewing Alex, aren't we? Alex, why don't you unmute?
Ooh, hello.
Hello. So, congratulations, Alex, on your owner role.
Thank you.
And let's see. So, we got some questions for you. We're gonna keep it nice and short here. I don't want to drag on, get too deep here, but let's see. So, what's your favorite part about Pride?
I think my favorite part is the conversations that it creates and the opportunities that you have to perhaps show other people where you're coming from. Because sometimes it's hard to start conversations about it, and then when it's Pride Month, you kind of have that excuse to start those conversations and reach out to those people that maybe aren't so accepting and try to help them to become more accepting.
Right. Well, personally, myself, what I like about it is the insane kind of celebrations that go on depending where you live. I used to live in Augusta, Georgia,
yeah.
you know, heart of the deep South. If you were in there, then you were either straight or nobody knew you weren't. So,
Or dead.
Pride Month there,
Or
dead,
dead.
yeah. You got kicked out. Oh, there's a little ant trying to crawl on my mouse. Get out of here, little bud. Crush you. Anyways, there was a pride parade that would go on every Pride Month back in Augusta when I lived there. And you would not believe the scale of the thing, considering how suppressed the community there is. It's my favorite part is seeing all those people. They're so happy. Have you ever like seen the look on the faces of those people in those parades? They okay. I think they're just savage because they do not give a fuck what people think. They're out there just having the
Damn
time of their
right.
lives. Oh yeah, good point, right? All right. Nice. All right. So let's get some more questions in here. Alex, you think you'll ever end up speaking for any kind of pride event?
You know what? That's actually a good question, and I probably will. Already at my school, we've been considering speaking at a big teachers' conference because we're trying to get a GSA, which is a Gay Straight Alliance, instated in our school, but the administration isn't allowing us to. So right now we're kind of fighting for that, and maybe in the future we'll be speaking about it.
Wow. Well, fighting the good fight, right? All right. Uh, so what helped you, be more confident in yourself about these kinds of things? What made you feel more comfortable Was it Duck Squad creating a community where you knew that that was going to be a constant, where you could always express yourself like that?
I think like Duck Squad, yes and no. A lot of the times we get homophobic people on Duck Squad that we have to deal with, but we usually get rid of them pretty quickly. Or we kind of like teach them. But for me, I would have to say it was media representation. So basically, there's a statistic right now where 10% of characters on film are LGBTQ. So we're pretty well represented compared to how we were represented like 10 years ago, where it was like less than 1%. Now, basically, every show you watch, there's someone that you can kind of relate with, and there's a lot of celebrities speaking out about it. And a lot of creators and movies like Love, Simon, or Call Me By Your Name that you can watch that will kind of help you to accept yourself, and those are really important.
Yeah, that's a great thing to, work on. So, I got like one or two more questions for someone else to interview. Thank you, Alex, for your time. Now we're supposed to have, well, frankly, anyone in the VC right now, if you're LGBTQ and you're willing to do an interview, we would love to have you on to answer just a few quick questions. So if anyone here wants to unmute, if not, we'll just skip ahead. Don't want to force anyone to do anything. Well, that's a more blunt way of putting it.
Can I be interviewed?
Go ahead. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So, when did you first realize that you were LGBTQ plus?
It was late middle school into high school. I'm pan, for those of you that do not know, which means that I like basically any gender. They
Kitchen
can be
appliances.
trans, they can be non-binary, yes. Yes, don't
Sorry,
say that I
Alex.
like pans, but it was just in middle school to high school.
All right. So, what was it like to come out?
Honestly,
Who did you come out
I
to
have
first?
not yet.
Hmm.
Mostly just friends. I don't really have the courage to fully come out yet because I feel like I will not be accepted. But from my friends, yes. From my friends' point of view, they're very supportive.
Well, that's always great to have friends like that, you know. All right. And what kind of advice would you give to kids or people who want to come out, like to their parents, their family, their coworkers?
I'd say personally, just try to find the right timing and just go for it. Just be
All right.
very firm and strong in what you believe and don't really hold up your feelings.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on, Aaron, for that
Yeah,
part.
no problem.
All right. So that's more of the more definite stuff out of the way. So for the rest of the podcast, I think we can just wing it. We should talk about recent events and such, because that's about everything that we had. Remind me if I'm wrong, if there's anything else that we need to squeeze in here, but I think that's good for the necessary stuff. So let's get a little more fun in here. So, Potato, I haven't heard you talk about much. Anything you want to talk about? Oh, I mean, I was too. I was just don't expose me. All right. You got any ideas? Because if not, you're gonna have to go with what I'm going with. And what a useful co-host. Right, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. um, I think you should, because I don't remember where they are. The list. Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah. Like, I tried being helper once, and, it's a good thing to do, but that was just too much for me. I'm more happy just sitting back and writing. Feel me? Yeah. Yeah, honestly. Well, speaking of that, actually, no, not speaking of that. Never mind. On a completely different note, some interesting stuff to talk about. Kanye West. So, if you don't know, recently, Kanye West has been going insane with all sorts of interesting decisions. We've got the God, I can't focus because I keep seeing these pictures in general of people with soccer ball heads. George. Uh, all right, moving on then. Kanye is over party. Yes, Alex. Something more interesting, actually. Let's talk about NASA, SpaceX. SpaceX is making a historic launch in 7 minutes, actually. Um, yeah. Wait, you and me? You bullying me? All right. So, let's see here. I don't see what's historic. I think they lied. It literally just looks like a normal launch. All right. Oh, I see now. I see why it's historic. This is the first time that SpaceX is putting people into space, not fashionable automobiles. I'm just imagining the just the Tesla orbiting around Mars. Some poor Martian's gonna see that in the sky and be like, "Damn, now what a waste! I could have used that." Get all the Martian chicks. Then there's the dummy in there. Imagine. Oh, I wouldn't put it past Eli, or I wouldn't put it past him to put like a real person in that and do something like that. Good. Hmm? So that should be pretty interesting. We're gonna get SpaceX people up there. Speaking of that, yesterday the show came out. It's called Space Force, and it is quite possibly my favorite show I've watched in forever. It's got it's a it likes to jab fun at the current presidential administration just a little bit, but it's nothing too extreme. It's about the idea of Space Force, right? Yeah. And it's got I forget his name, but you know the guy from The Office who plays the boss. God, I feel
his
so out
name?
of touch. I'm like a boomer trying to talk to kids right now. But the that guy, God, what is his name? Kevin something? God, I should be ashamed. Well, anyway, he
And the
plays
show's
the
name is Michael Scott,
yeah.
I believe.
So he plays in the show the new air defense general, right? The 4-star general. That's the highest star rating you can get as a general in the U.S. military. And instead of getting assigned to the Air Force or something, he gets assigned to the Space Force, the newly created Space Force. And it's a yeah, the Space Force. Well, it's quite interesting. I can't really think of a great way to explaining, but it is so much fun to watch. It's hilarious. You've got all sorts of references and stuff, especially if you've just been thinking about my favorite character. His name is Fuck Tony. He's the social media advisor for the general, and he's always trying to take pictures of everything at the worst timing. I mean, like you got to see it for yourself. Best show I've seen in a long time. Would recommend. Just came out yesterday. I think it's on Amazon. I'm not sure whether or not it's free. If not, good luck. Hope you have money. Hmm. Star Trek would be action packed. This is more of oh god. There's this scene where he summarizes everything that happened the last day. It's about there's one episode about a space chimp trying to reassemble a broken satellite after eating a dog. So no, not really space Star Trek. Yeah, honestly. Ahmed, it was Space Chimp, not Space Simp. Although that would be another great show. To say he's really out there. All right, I promised myself I wouldn't make bad jokes, so I'm just gonna stop now. All right, I'm trying so hard not to bring up something related to COVID right now, so I'm just gonna think about the more positive stuff here we got going on. So you may or may not have heard of Moderna. They're a medicinal company. They're working on making vaccine for coronavirus, and they've been having a lot of progress. And supposedly, we're going to get a vaccine a lot sooner than expected for this damn virus. And we'll finally, hopefully, be able to get out of our little goblin holes and interact with other people. You know what? That got me thinking is two things. One, how are we actually going to get out? When or if it even ever actually happens, we ever leave our houses, or if we just live in our basements for the rest of our lives. If we ever actually go out, yeah, if we ever actually go out, how are we going to like readapt to social life? It's going to be so strange. Like you're going to go up to someone and you're going to like reach for your phone to talk to them on Discord instead of just talking face to face or something. Hey, you want a voice chat? Yeah, and it'll be like right there. Uh, it's gonna be quite the experience. I imagine there's gonna be quite the interesting events going on if that ever happens. But you know what? If it doesn't, I'm cool. There's never been a time in my life where I've gotten to sleep so much, sit around, and be an utter waste of oxygen. This is quite possibly, honestly. But about the washing hands though, because that's another thing we're supposed to do. Who are we getting? I've never been cleaner, honestly. I have never washed my hands so much. Nice. Mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. But I have never washed my hands so much. It they're all wrinkly now, actually. Or maybe that's from doing yard work a little while ago. Who knows? Probably both. Again, those raisin fingertips, you know it. Really? All right. Well, that's interesting. I didn't need to know that. All right. That was. Go ahead, write that down in your little science journal that you just found from sixth grade. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. The other thing I was going to mention. Um, think about all of the Discord e-boys who now have an excuse to wear a mask in public. Think of how happy they must be. Because you know the type, the profile picture, you got like the black and white, it's like animated dude, and they got like the little face mask on with the skull mouth. Those people now have a socially acceptable excuse to go outside and wear that in real life. I guarantee you they've never been happier. Honestly. And let's see here. I'm scraping away. I thought we'd have more to talk about. Man, it's just been a dry week, hasn't it? You're really gonna put me on the grill like this? You're gonna set me up to get roasted? Go ahead, go ahead. I might cry a little bit, but probably not a lot. So just be nice.
And as
Uh,
we speak, the SpaceX rocket is launching. I can send a link in
really?
media if you guys would like to watch it.
Well then.
I wish them
Hopefully
luck
it's more of a
and
rocket show and less of a fireworks
yes.
show. Annalyn, you should congratulate. Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't read that out loud. All right, well, let's bring back to some more Duck Squad related things. Congratulations, by the way, my boy Milk. I don't know if he's still in the VC right now, but he was gonna be on the podcast with me. He ended up deciding it wasn't for him. I completely get that, but congratulations to him, by the way. He got promoted onto the news team, same time as me, but. The meaning of life. Let's see. The meaning of. Damn, like. What was that quote? 42 was or was it 47 or 42? All right. What was that noise?
On like a phone vibrating.
All right. I'm just gonna. Damn, I'm running out of things to talk about. This is. Pokecourt has been shut down. That's sad. And lose my level, what was it, like 97 Haxorus? That thing would have sweeped teams, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, there's only like 200 of those. I think I could figure out. At Annalyn, how do you think hard? I don't know what that means. I look, I'm not the brightest person in the world here. You're gonna have to be a little more specific. Oh, of course, in the middle of podcasts, the one friend who I haven't talked to in like 3 years decides, oh, here's a good time to go ahead and send you some DMs. Oh my god, what a fucking moment. All right. We have any trial mods in the VC right now? Any of the new accepted ones, at least? Oh, Sammy's in here. Let's see if we can get Sammy unmuted. I got some questions. I'm gonna interrogate him. You lied. He's not in here. I don't see him. How dare you? He's right above me.
He's right above you.
That's Mike. I don't see him. That was a lie. I'm sorry.
His nickname is Alex's How, by the way.
Oh. Oh.
Looks like Annalyn is blind.
All right. Can we get Sammy unmuted? I got some interrogation questions for the poor guy.
I gotcha.
All right. Somehow he's gonna still muted. Alex, please. Any day now. Oh, is he? Damn, he's AFK. That's unusual for Alex. I was expecting him to be like listening to the podcast while he's on his way flying over to where I live to smack me in the back of the head for running out of things to talk about. All right. Well, one of these days, Sammy will get unmuted. We should. One last thing, though. Minecraft Dungeons. Apparently that just came out or something. I was watching, I think it was Nick play it the other day. Have you heard the soundtrack for that? That's good. Imagine having money. But, like, only $26. That's like my life savings doubled. So, from what I've heard at least, it sounds like a pretty damn good game. I wish I could have it. If you got 26 spare dollars, hit me up. Speaking of getting things for free, I got Nitro for free from Duck Squad. Remember, if you're ever just kind of sitting in a VC or something, if you're hanging around, Alex likes to sneak these things in every here and there. We'll have little Nitro giveaways. You're basically selling your soul and dignity for Nitro. Like, for instance, the one I won was you had to get into the gaming VC and say ooh woo as fast as you could. So, like I said, trading your dignity for Nitro. but I gotta say, it was worth it. All right, yeah, we're wrapping this up. We're running dry. Well, thank you everybody for coming. Hopefully the recording's coming out fine. So happy to have all you here to listen to us ramble on for 30 minutes. I think it went okay, but waiting for the comments to judge. Thank you all for coming once again, and make sure to have a nice day. And you are free to leave now. You won't be held punished if you go now. 30 minutes wasn't long. Yeah, I know it's not long. Cue the outro. Oh, and now you decide to unmute. Okay. Really? Of course. Oh, well, hold on. You're not getting out of this, Sammy. Nope. You unmute the fuck back up. I have questions for you.
My laptop. You can't blame me. Ah.
All right. What is something you have learned from the experience of becoming a trial mod?
Ooh. First one, I'm really bad at questions, so this is going to be horrific. I don't know, just more how the server works, and we see so much like behind the scenes of what happens. So I guess I've just learned.
It's like a complex
how,
machine, right?
Because you see a lot of people like going at stuff, when they do one thing wrong. I think I've learned that it's actually a lot harder when you're looking at behind the scenes and see what actually going on.
All right. So, what kind of advice would you give to current or any future trial mods? Anyone who wants to try and get up there? What would you say?
Just really try. Well, BTech answer here. Just try your hardest and not always like go by what it says, because sometimes you've definitely got to like what's the word, like change. I don't know what the word is. change what you're doing and not always follow like the guide or what you're doing, because yeah.
Well, that's something very important to have in a mod. You got to have that uniqueness, because the last thing you want, if you're going to have a mod who's just going to follow the books and not even talk at all, you might as well just hire a bot to do all the same things. So
Yeah, because yes, we've got some things that do it auto, but then you've also got to think, oh wait, this person's saying this, but actually it means this. So you've got to like not go exactly by what like the guides say, or just by the book.
All right, yeah. Well, thank you for your interview time. Not like you had a choice. Now we're gonna actually wrap things up here. Thank you all for coming. Have a nice afternoon. Potato, if there's anything you want to add in, Aaron, feel free to talk. Should probably cue the music. All right, thank you all for coming. Have a nice day.
I totally had a choice.
Seriously, I wasn't kidding. If you have 26 spare dollars, please send them to me.
No.
Whoever just recorded that,
Sammy, were you like walking away from your mic when you said that? That just completely trailed off.
now I'm here. I've got the mic.
Juggling the mic. All right. Leave
Not
now.
leaving. Not leaving.
Go
Nope,
away.
Not leaving.
If I have to keep you up all night, then it's happening. Can't kick me.
Out of here.
Ooh.
Tell me the duck story.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, what?
Yay!
Oh, God.
Hey, bum bum bum.
It's like third grade
Got any
flashbacks.
The man said no, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh.
Recording what?
Can I get you a glass?
I know you're supposed
Didn't say?
to. But I
Didn't
kinda
you say
hope
you were? Potato, you said you were.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, okay. The man
Oh,
running the
oh,
sand.
shit.
Hey, bum bum bum. Got any grapes?
The man said no, like I said yesterday.
Yeah.
We just sell
Fine.
lemonade.
I was surprised we actually made it to the 30 minutes, if I'm being entirely honest here.
Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Then he waddled away.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy
Yeah,
with
he
this.
waddled away, waddle waddle.
No, there next day.
Oh yeah, anyone who's still here for whatever reason, leave. But before you leave,
No,
make sure to fill
I'm
out some
not leaving.
feedback for us. But especially me, 'cause this is my first time. If you got any feedback, you can DM it to me, put it in
Did my Discord
channel or
crash?
something.
Give it a go. The duck said, how about no?
I will have it flagged for inappropriateness.
Then he waddled
Because
away,
I accidentally just deleted my
then he
recording.
waddled
The
away,
exact same thing I
waddle,
did last week.
till the very next day. Bum, 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 ba-dum.
No, please go.
When the duck
I
Make sure
I
to
am hungry.
rate the
You are
podcast
keeping me
in
away
Daily
from
Duck.
my lunch.
Got any grapes?
Whoever
The man
recorded
said,
it,
that's it. If you don't stay away, Duck, I'll glue
Every
you to the
second you
tree."
Wait,
stay in
Ahmed,
this VC
you need to
is another
clarify
second that I have to
what
stay in the
the
basement
scale
with
is. Is like
flies.
1 the best or is 5 the best
Hungry.
on there?
1 is the worst, 5 is the best.
Okay, clarify that in the Daily Duck channel so that people know and don't misrate it.
When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man running the stand, hey, bum, 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 got
Just
any
don't.
glue?
Just don't.
I
Just
had it
don't.
done. I had a
Got
mod
any
whole
glue? No, why would I? Oh, then one more question for you.
God.
Got any grapes? Bum, 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 bum,
No,
bum.
stop rejoining. That is in
The
order.
man just stopped. Then he started to smile. He started to laugh. He laughed for a while.
Hey,
He
guys.
said, come on, Doc. Let's walk
Damn,
to the
y'all
store.
are like
I'll buy you some
sadistic
grapes,
trying to keep
so you
us
won't
here.
have to ask anymore. So they walked to the store, and the man bought some
Ah,
grapes. He gave
mean.
them to the duck, and the duck said,
I wasn't
thanks.
lying earlier. I might cry a little bit now.
But you know what sounds good? It would make my day. Do you think that?
Yeah, like,
Not abuse, admin abuse.
bro, there's a person who's deafened in here. Just kick that person first. Just
Oh, he's
Just
gone. He can't hear
casually
you. Why are
move
you
them to
asking him a
AFK.
question?